Do not announce your coming. I will give you oil and psalms. Before dawn, sprinkle the oil around your bedroom and every doorway. Then dig carefully where I show you in the kitchen." They drove back under a sky heavy with clouds. The house stood quiet, glowing with yellow light. Sandra's heart pounded as she and Amaka slipped inside, carrying the small bottle of blessed oil and a Bible. They began in the bedroom, whispering prayers as they anointed the doors and windows. The air grew thick, almost heavy, as though the house itself was listening. Every creak of the wood made Sandra flinch. In the kitchen, Amaka's torchlight fell on a corner behind the deep freezer. There, the tiles looked slightly raised, as if something underneath pressed upward. With trembling hands, they pried one tile loose. Beneath it lay a small clay pot wrapped in black cloth, the lid sealed with candle wax. Sandra gasped. Strands of her own hair, a piece of her silk robe, and something dark and powdery filled the pot. A faint humming rose from it, so low it vibrated in their bones. They poured the holy oil over the pot and prayed until the sound faded into silence. When they finally sealed the spot back, a calmness settled over the kitchen like the cool of early rain. By the time Nia returned from an errand that night, Sandra and Amaka were waiting in the sitting room. The maid paused in the doorway, her face unreadable. "You've been busy," she said quietly. Sandra's voice trembled but held firm. "I know who you are. I remember what I did to you years ago. But this house is under God's hand now. Whatever you planned will not work." For the first time, Nia's calm mask cracked, her lips curling into a cold smile. "So, you finally remember. You called me a thief, ruined my name, and threw me out in tears. You thought life would stay sweet." Amaka stepped forward. "Leave now, in peace, before it's too late." The maid's eyes darkened like gathering storm clouds. "You can chase me from these walls," she said, her voice dropping to a hiss, "but the wound you planted will follow you until you learn humility." Then, without another word, she turned and walked out into the night, the sound of her soft humming fading into the distance. For the first time in weeks, the house felt still. Sandra sank onto the couch, tears mixing with relief and fear. Amaka laid a hand on her shoulder. "It's over," she said gently. "But you must change. This second chance is not for wasting." Sandra nodded slowly. She knew the battle wasn't just with a maid. It was with the pride she had fed for years. The next morning, Sandra sat in the living room, eyes swollen from the long night. Her heart still raced each time she remembered Nia's dark smile and final words. The gate creaked open. Chief Ogana stepped inside, stopping short when he saw Amaka beside Sandra. "What happened? Where is Nia?" Sandra took a deep breath. "She's gone, Orba. And before you say anything, please sit. I need to tell you everything." She told him everything. How she had wronged Nia, the strange humming, the clay pot buried in their kitchen. At first, Ogana looked skeptical, but when Sandra showed him the blackened wedding bracelet and the loose kitchen tile, his face paled. He sank into the armchair. "I don't understand everything about spirits," he said, "but I know this house hasn't felt right for weeks. Nia, she was too perfect, too familiar. I should have listened." Sandra reached for his hand, tears welling. "I should have told you what I did. I carried pride like a crown." Ogana pulled her close. "We start again," he said simply. Together, that weekend, their pastor came to bless every room. They prayed and sang until the air felt clean. Sandra joined the prayers with a humility she had never known. When it was over, she made a decision. No more living maids for now. I will learn to care for my own home. Her mother, when she heard, almost dropped the phone. "Sandra, cooking and sweeping?" Sandra smiled faintly. "It's time, Mama."